Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to classic difficulty of October monthly EQ. This is going to be all bosses and the first is going to be a Venompool with the nodes Shank 3, Fractured Guard, Harmful Blocks, Encroaching Root and Bob and Weave. So the only thing you need to do is to bring in any Mystic champion that can control buffs that is also going to be bleed immune, so you can bypass the Shank and also harmful blocks nodes. You need to be careful about encroaching root because try to have a special attack ready so you can throw it out and you can break the roots and you can get Venom to pull down. Pretty simple and straightforward fight there. Next up is going to be a Morbius. Now with Morbius the nodes are going to be heal and hide, so keep an eye out on that timer on below Morbius health bar. When it is about to expire, create a distance so the region is activated on you instead of Morbius. Once you have that down, the other thing is that you will need a champion that can easily remove debuffs because of combat deja vu weakness, calcify, and there's also going to be bleed and degen immunity on Morbius. So I've given you quite a few options that can easily shrug off or purify all of those non-damaging debuffs, so you can use any one of them. My favorite is going to be a Kingpin or a shield or also a crossbones. Now this is a sig 140 crossbones. You will need somebody with a higher sig level, but then apart from that it's a pretty straightforward fight. Anytime you will attack Morbius or if you get any debuffs on yourselves, they will be removed. Even if you use a special, the calcifiers will be removed and you can kill him off quite quickly. So the first two fights were quite easy. Now the third one is going to be an annoying. The nodes are going to be burning blocks, so if you try to block him, he is going to apply incinerates on you. There's also don't interrupt me. If you interrupt him with a medium attack, he is going to remove all the armor ups and he's going to deal damage to you. Apart from that, there is astral sense, so if you parry him and you try to hit him after the parry, he is going to evade that 100%. And I reveal my trap card, so the special attacks, whenever he's going to use them, they are going to root you, first thing, and second thing is there will be reverse controls. Now either the root or the inverse control is going to be alternate, so if he's going to start with a root and the second special attack would be reverse control. You can see that with the icon just underneath your health bar, so keep an eye out on that. There is also going to be incinerate immunity on him, so you have to be ideally bringing a champion that has incinerate immunity and also evade immunity, because you know how Nightcrawler is with all of his evades. Now I've brought in a serpent and I had like a little bit of hard time, but I think the best counter here will be Iceman, because he can apply those cold snaps and take care of the evade and you can easily switch and you don't have to worry about the incinerate damage while he hits in the block. And you can just hold your block, let Nightcrawler throw a heavy and you can retaliate. So I think the best option is Iceman. You can also do the same with Apocalypse, and if you don't have a champion that can deal with the evades, have somebody tanky like Serpent. If not that, then somebody like Incinerate Immune can also work out, or somebody with easy access to intercepts like Prowler can also work here. So make sure you bring in the right champion and you have to play around the evade, so at the minimum you will need Incinerate Immune champion. Now fight number 4 is going to be Werewolf by Night with accident prone, so you will keep getting debuffs on you every 10 seconds. There's also vital strikes that will heal the opponent whenever they will hit you in the block. You are going to be rooted whenever they will use a special attack with I am root, and there's also going to be an active region, but don't worry, that is not going to be really much. Then there's also immune cycle between slow and heal block, and there's also high energy diet, so you can only use champion that can apply physical damage. Now I would say, because you're going to be rooted and the special attacks can do quite a bit of damage, bring in champions that are immune to rupture ideally. So I've brought in Deathless She-Hulk with Deathless Thanos synergy. So even if I block the specials or block him, that's not going to be a problem. I've given you quite a few options on the right side. I think Scorpion would be a great option here, because not only he is immune to rupture, with his SP2 he can also heal up and it would be a very safe fight. High Evo, also your Spider-Punk, They should all work. Lady Deathstrike should also work because she can also apply the heal block. Now if you don't have any one of those, then you have to do your backdraft intercepts, and with that you can bring in any science champion. That should work. And the first defender for this EQ or the new champion is going to be Franken-Castle, and he's probably the harder one. Now, first things first, try to push him to an SP2. Always is much easier to evade, and the last hit you're just going to evade. Secondly, don't dash back twice because you will get Crush on you with Crush Evil, and he's gonna break your block and do quite a bit of damage. Now, he is going to be unstoppable quite a lot, passive and active, so you need a champion that can control that. But the problem is there is another node, Remain in Motion. So with Remain in Motion, every time you apply a slow on the opponent, the next time the slow's potency is reduced by 10%. So you can only apply 10 slows in one fight to Franken-Castle. I mean, you can still get the fight done, but it's gonna take a bit. So what is the best option to deal with him? Well, the absolute best option is going to be a Magneto, because Franken-Castle is a metal champion, and Magneto can literally destroy him with the ability accuracy reduction and not worry about those unstoppables. Use an SP3 and you should be good. One SP3 should be able to take him out. Now, if you don't have a Magneto, what do? You have to use a champion that can deal with the unstoppable but is a non-slow champion, because the slows won't work. So when I say non-slow champion, you can use champions like Valkyrie. The one I'm using, because of the pierce, he will stop the unstoppable. You can use champions with grit. I really think that Dust should be a really good counter here. So you can use Dust. You can also use Danny Moonstar, but be careful. And also Juggernaut can be an option as well, but you have to be really careful that you don't let him walk up to you. Otherwise he'll go unstoppable. Same goes for your shield. And the last fight is going to be against a Dracula. To be honest, very simple, very straightforward. Keep him to an SP1 and try to use a champion that is nullify immune, so you don't have to worry about those crazy excessive bleeds whenever you're nullified. But other than that, pretty straightforward fight. Dracula is an all and out attacker, so on defense he gives very little to worry about. Franken-Castle is going to be the main boss that is going to annoy you, so be prepared for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below, and also let me know what champions did you use against different bosses. I would love to hear that from you. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video, guys. Bye.